Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Missing wives, doubtful exes, and emergency assistance requests. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Wednesday, November 6th. Tease missing wives, suspicious ex-partners, and emergency assistance requests. Micheal Corinthos appears to be missing his wife. Anna Devane is skeptical, and Carly Spencer makes an emergency help request. Micheal asks Brooke Lynn Chase about Willow Corinthos, ignorant of the turmoil that is brewing. Willow approached the room where Emily Scout Quartermaine was supposed to be, only to find Drew Quartermaine instead. Meanwhile, Micheal was in the hospital chapel, providing emotional support to Christina Corinthos Davis following Sam McCall's untimely death. Willow's purpose was to offer consolation and sorrow, but as we all know, events took an unforeseen turn. Will Micheal discover the nasty and filthy truth? Sorry, that may not be enough. Willow, tears running down her cheeks, admits to Drew that this will never happen again, but the harm has already been done. There's an even bigger secret hiding beneath the surface, one that eclipses the 2 kisses she's already shared. Ironically, Willow was the one who started it all. Her efforts to save her marriage with Micheal appear useless, as this new secret threatens to wreck everything. Little does she know that Micheal has his own secret truths. As the phrase goes, we create a tangled web when we first begin to deceive. Anna is shown at her office, having a talk regarding Holly Sutton. Her skeptical view and skepticism are clear when she says, Holly can't always be counted on to do the right thing. She is aware that Jen Sidwell was just observed in Miami, but she will soon discover that he has traveled to Port Charles and kidnapped Sasha Corbin. Sidwell may be targeting her, Jason Morgan, Lucky Spencer, and Holly because of the stolen gems. After failing to discover the diamonds in Holly's suite at Metro Court, he has decided to kidnap her daughter for ransom. Robert Scorpio is in his office with Holly, and the tension is evident. He is plainly upset with her as she admits that she is in a precarious situation after learning her apartment has been looted. He's clearly digging for information she's hesitant to offer, saying, can't or won't, neither works for me. Holly is unlikely to admit to stealing a hoard of diamonds from Sidwell. Instead, she has most likely made up a tale about who is pursuing her and their motivations. Robert understands he can't help her unless she comes clean, but honesty isn't something she usually gives, especially when she's implicated in crime. General Hospital spoilers, emergency assistance requests. Meanwhile, Carly is in Jack Brennan's face at the WSB office following Sasha's kidnapping. Sidwell knew everything about both Sasha and her. That is not something she is comfortable with, and she is unlikely to have been notified about the break-in at her hotel, given Holly's current location at Robert's office. Carly is furious, demanding, what the hell is he doing in Port Charles when the WSB is looking for him? Carly clearly believes that someone has failed to meet Sidwell's expectations. Sasha's life is in jeopardy, and if Sidwell knows everything about Carly, hers could be as well. Dante Falconeri finds himself with Sonny Corinthos, with his mother, Olivia Quartermaine, nearby. In a moment of vulnerability, he turns to Sonny and inquires, what will become of my family? Dante, struggling with his emotions and feeling adrift without Sam, told Sonny that life without her is miserable. However, he must also consider Rocco Falconeri and his role as a father figure to Danny Morgan and Scout. Furthermore, he is concerned about Lulu Spencer waking up, and he knows he must be there for her. Since General Hospital coupled Sam and Dante, their actors had been closer than ever before. You become fast friends with the people you work with like that, Dominic Zamprogna tells Soap Opera Digest. You're in the trenches, working 14 or 15-hour days and shooting nights, and everyone on the crew becomes like family. You argue and love one another like family, and the 3.5 years we spent together on the program were a pivotal period in both my and my characters' lives. And I got to know Kelly in a way that I'd never known her before, he keeps saying. She's a fantastic individual. She is tough as nails and admirable in so many ways, and it has been a pleasure to become her friend. And this will not be the end. It's simply that there's still an ending because you're no longer working with someone. Along the way, Zamprogna realized there was more to Monaco than meets the eye. This woman is softer than her tough Philly exterior, and I never knew that side of her before working with her, according to him. I've been with her in very emotional states myself, and we became very able to tell each other very personal things and kind of talk each other through moments that I never expected to have with her because she gives off such a tough girl vibe and is extremely cool and confident. But nobody is always cool and confident and tough, and that is what really endeared me to her, he says later. I just loved getting to know her, understanding who she really was, because she's deep and complex. As Monica's tenure on Port Charles came to an end, Zamprogna, who had left the serial for several years, offered her a new perspective. General Hospital is one of the few shows that has been on the air for so long. There aren't many actors who can say they've been on a show for a year, let alone 21, he says. I believe that sometimes you don't want to know what life would be like without something because you've grown accustomed to it. But the best things in my life have happened when it feels like a door is closing. And I was really trying to make that clear to her. Though Sam and Dante's journey may have come to an end, Monaco and Zamprogna's has not. They remain friends, and in fact, I still check in on her every week. He hasn't given up faith that Sante would soon reunite. This is a soap. Who knows what will happen? Lucas is getting ready in the hospital locker room when he and Brad cross paths. When Sunny arrives at the door, Alexis is on her iPad, looking for funeral service information. How are you? She shows him the funeral home information. There are so many options, they expect her to wait. That can wait, Sunny argues, but Alexis thinks it cannot. Everything needs to be perfect. She begins rambling, and Sunny gently tells her to stop. She just wants someone to convince her that this is not true. Dante returns home, walks downstairs, opens the closet, grabs Sam's leather jacket, and holds it to his face. Micheal is viewing a video of Willow and Drew fighting as they enter into the entryway with Scout. Scout requests Willow's assistance in tucking her into bed. Micheal urges her to take her time and then returns to watching the movie. Willow wondered if she ever really knew Sasha, given that she had lied about her mother's death. Sasha attempted to explain before Willow lashed out over all of Cody's blabbing, so Sasha ultimately snapped that Willow had only herself to blame. After Sasha mentioned that Willow kissed Drew Quartermaine more than once, she advised Willow tell Micheal Corinthos the truth. Sasha was fed up with the drama at the Quartermaine mansion and decided to leave her employment. Today on General Hospital, Alexis has two guests. Carly looks to Brennan for assistance with Sasha, and Micheal witnesses something he cannot forget. On today's General Hospital, Carly is telling Brennan about Sasha's kidnapping and how she was warned not to contact the police, so she came to him. She describes the kidnapper, and he immediately recognizes Sidwell. But Carly doesn't understand what Sidwell meant when he told Sasha's mother to return the gems. Anna is on the phone with Robin, talking about Holly and Sasha, and admits she is concerned. Shortly after, she arrives to Brennan's and wonders what is going on. Carly explains that she believes Sidwell kidnapped Sasha by mistake, but Anna argues no. Holly is Sasha's mother. Carly thinks it's simple, Holly just needs to return the jewels. Anna isn't sure she'll do it. But she has a notion of where to begin to get Sasha out of her predicament. Portia checks in on Lucas and his family, but he just wants to hear if there have been any changes on Sam's autopsy. She doesn't have any answers yet and suggests Lucas go home and rest. He's already covering another doctor and can't go, so Portia lets him stay if he's certain. Brad sees the entire exchange from the hallway. Brad checks in with Portia after Lucas left to see how he is doing. He is waiting for the autopsy report. Is it in yet? Isaiah then walks in, and Portia invites him to speak. They walk to her office, and Portia thanks him for performing Lulu's surgery, but she also wants to ask him about Sam. He's not sure what happened, and Sam wasn't his patient. At the very least, Portia seeks his advice. And wants to know if there were any signs that Lucas made mistakes. Isaiah claims that from what he has seen, Dr. Jones performed everything properly. Things like these happen from time to time. However, Portia claims that this is special because Lucas was doing surgery on his sister. Isaiah wonders if she's seeking for a scapegoat. She's not, she only wants answers. Isaiah says Lucas was qualified for the position and is a good surgeon. Maybe, but he was under a lot of pressure, Portia recalls. Meanwhile, Lucas is looking through Sam's paperwork and adding his medical notes. He's browsing through her dossier when he notices something and opens his medical book. After a few seconds, he slams it shut and throws it upon the table. After that, Lucas takes a shower, returns to his locker, and glances at a photograph of himself and Sam. When the doorbell rings, Alexis is sitting on the couch, flipping through a picture album of Sam's photos. It's Curtis. He only wanted to check on her and apologize. He understands that the anguish she is experiencing causes her to make poor judgments. If she does not agree to a meeting, he will bring it to her. She admits she has thought about having a drink 1,000 times, but she will not have one. She was in Curtis' shoes not so long ago with Finn. She had already relapsed, but Sam stepped in to save her. She's tempted now, but Alexis refuses to insult Sam's legacy by using her death as an excuse. Instead, it will help her stay sober. Curtis stands up and declares that he is available to Alexis at all hours. Alexis needs to start making funeral arrangements, but all she wants is for Sam to be proud of her. She definitely is, Curtis informs her before leaving. Alexis sits down again, crying as she flips through her photo album. Micheal appears stunned when he enters the Quartermain living room. He reveals to Brooklyn that he is still in shock. But he has been unable to contact Willow. But they're too preoccupied with Sam and what occurred to wonder where she is. Scout rushes in while they are conversing, having had a nasty dream. She cannot find her father. Willow and Drew glance at each other after making love and then dress. Drew apologizes, admitting he was taken aback by Sam's death. Willow points out that it takes two to tango, but this was a one-time event. She adores Micheal. She goes down the rear stairs to make it appear as if she is just entering. After she leaves, we see an earring on the ground. Brooklyn consoles Scout before advising her that hot chocolate is the best remedy for terrible dreams. They exit as Willow slinks through the front door. She apologizes for Sam, and Micheal inquires as to her whereabouts. He had called and texted. She makes up an explanation and claims she wants to be there for Micheal right now. Drew walks down and apologizes for his loss before hugging him, while Micheal looks annoyed. After they parted ways, Micheal apologizes to Drew for what he said before he knew about Sam. Drew inquires as to Scout's whereabouts, as she is not in her room, and Micheal responds. Scout rushes back in, asking where he was. He pauses, and Micheal glances at Willow. Drew then makes an excuse and comforts Scout, as Micheal stares suspiciously at his wife. Scout isn't exhausted, so Drew proposes they go a movie. Willow thinks that's a fantastic idea, while Micheal claims he missed some crucial work calls and needs to check his phone. Instead, he looks at the baby cam on his phone and sees Willow and Drew kissing. Dante returns home, quickly followed by his father. He heard a door behind him and assumed Sam was home. But now he's home, and it's quiet and lonely, with Sam no longer present to fill it with love. Sunny attempts to tell him things will be that way again, and Dante flips out and tells him to quit trying to fix it. Sam is gone, and he has no idea what it means for his family. Sunny assures him that everything Dante is feeling is normal, and that he needs to feel it for a time. Just don't let his anguish overwhelm him. Sunny and everyone are there for him, and they will get him and the kids through this. Sunny understands what he is going through. He has to keep getting out of bed because Sam would want that for him. Olivia appears briefly, asking if Dante is eating and attempting to console him. When Dante mentions feeling like Sam is still around, Olivia advises he stay back at the house with the kids. He does not want to. He simply wants to stay there. Olivia checks to make sure he's okay before they depart, and Dante discusses why he waited so long to live in together. And when they did, it was incredible. I should have realized it was too good to last. Holly asks Robert not to be furious because he stole hundreds of millions of diamonds. She needs his assistance, and he pledges to do whatever he can. She tells him Sidwell searched her room but did not find the stones. And she can't tell Robert where they are. She went through so much to obtain them. When Robert mentions how complicated their lives may be, and how having a daughter may make things even more convoluted, the conversation shifts to Sasha. But he wants to get to know her, and Holly needs to tell him what he can do to assist. In the show's last seconds, Carly is impatiently checking her phone for news from Anna. Brennan assures Anna that she understands what she is doing before asking why Carly came to him rather than Sonny or Jason. Carly said they lost someone very close to them, and he was the next best thing. Holly refuses to provide more information, putting him in risk. "I can take care of myself." Anna bursts in and informs them that Sidwell has taken Sasha. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.